And welcome back to another World of Tanks video. Today we'll be taking a look at a E100 replay that I had probably less than an hour ago. I just got this tank. I think I have I know this was my 6th battle, but I think I might have had 2 or 3 more after this. But yeah, it's a good tank, obviously. It is an E100. The armor is incredible. Its speed, not so much. The gun is really awesome because the only downside to it is the low penetration, the long aim time, and the dispersion. But the penetration is the main issue, and you can eliminate that problem by firing heat mainly, which actually isn't that expensive. I think it's like 5.5k per round, but it's not horrible. You can definitely make money with the setup I'm running if you hit most of your shots, if not all of your shots. But so far, I think in my 8 or 9 battles so far, I know that I had a 3.6k damage per game, but the last 2 battles I just played were like absolutely horrible, because I had very little support. On the second one and my first one, it was a team wipe, so the game moves way too fast for the E100 to thrive. But yeah, so this tank's incredible for making people angry because you're firing mostly heat, and the reason why you do that, like I said, is because the AP penetration is only 232 millimeters, which is horrible for tier 10. Because you got to keep in mind, like 232 itself is not bad, but it's the plus minus 25% that makes it so bad. So 232 millimeters of penetration can easily roll to like, I think it's in the 180s or so, which isn't even enough to go through an IS-3's upper plate. So if you get a bad penetration roll, you're not going to go through. So it is ridiculous that you have to deal with that on a tier 10 gun. So you use the heat ammo with 334 millimeters of pen, I think. Yep. So you can just go through any armor surface pretty much reliably. So I make a bad shot on the Type 5. I know that its turret front is not very strong, but I'm firing through a bush here, and well, I don't think it was my shot that was bad. I think it was the RNG that just threw the shot away from where I was aiming. But yeah, so this is kind of, I'm gonna stop it real quick, even though I did get penned. This would be a learning experience for me as well. Okay, that makes sense. So the reason that I got penned there, I was angling my turret just fine, maybe a little bit less than I should be. Yeah, probably. But the only thing that was really bad about this was driving out in front of an E100. I didn't think he was going to be firing heat necessarily, but he was. But this is how you want to angle it. You want to angle it so you're a little bit more. So I guess if the Type 5 is still alive, that's how you'd want to angle it. Because the turret front itself is about 275 millimeters effective. And if you angle it, it becomes 300 pretty much everywhere. The side turret's also impenetrable from that angle. The only penetrable spot on the turret from that angle is this little flat part here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a very small shot, very unlikely to pen. And also this light bar, also known as the police bar, up on the top. So there's that. And then if you're driving at this angle, the lower plate is fairly difficult to go through, though then your road wheel becomes a problem with very high penetration guns, though heat is not a problem. So this tank is fantastic against heat ammo. But yeah, let's keep the replay going. So he shoots me in the lower plate, damages my engine, so I shoot him in the lower plate with my heat round. I could have gone for the turret front, it really didn't matter, but the lower plate's generally an easier shot for me to make, even though the E100's turret face is massive. So we finish him off by putting a shot into his side turret. Pretty easy shot. I think this tank had like a 17.5, 17.8, something like that. second reload during this. My crew isn't 100% yet. It's because I retrained it from the 75 with credits because I didn't have enough gold from payouts. So it would have cost me 1,200 gold versus 120,000 credits. So I just paid the credits, and 10% off your crew isn't that bad. I mean, this is my 6th game, and it was 7k damage, as you'll see on in the title of the video, with an ace tanker. So yeah, though it is hilarious because, like I was saying, this tank is the best at making people angry because you're firing heat, and most people, when they see you firing gold, they automatically assume that you're a no-skill noob. However, that is not the case, like, at all. It's just how the tank is most competitive. If, like I just explained, if you get a bad AP pen, you can bounce off an IS-3's upper plate in a tier 10 heavy. Like, that's not cool. You don't want that. So, like I was saying, JP2 is getting all salty because I fired heat at him. If that 1815's mantlet didn't block the shot, it would have gone right through. But yeah, the accuracy didn't really go right. So here I'm engineering depression. I'm using the rock on my right like that to get my right side up higher than my left, effectively like multiplying my depression ridiculously. Which is a really unique skill that you learn by playing low depression tanks. If I was in an STB there, I would have had no problem shooting at that OHO. But yeah, I don't know why the STA went all the way over, because like he would have been able to shoot him. I guess he didn't notice that he was there, which is kind of silly because you can see it on the map right there. But yeah, so me and this T-34, who's pretty low, we're just defending here against the push that's coming. So KV-4 comes in, T-34 puts a shot into him, brings him down from 900 to 500, then I finish him off. I'm on reload. The T-34, he pokes out, finishes off the arty. I'm almost done with my reload, and I just throw the shot into the JP2. I was expecting more saltiness from him, but no, there was not more saltiness, which is cool. T-30, I don't know what he was trying to do. He should have made that push a long time ago. But yeah, he's gone now. I evaporated him. So now that my T-34 friend died for no reason, I'm a bit worried. OHO's firing HE. I was afraid of that because HE you can't outplay. It doesn't matter how much you angle or any of that. It's just gonna always do damage, and with big enough guns like the 183 or anything like that, it's going to do a lot of damage every shot, which is very, very annoying. So I'm not poking, I'm not trying to angle because I know he's firing HE, and that would just be pretty much suicide. So the 5120 bounces one. I make a horrible shot. He pens one, he bounces another. So even if he wanted to, he could not kill me right now, which is why he's leaving. So I think he's on reload. He probably didn't reload before he went back in. OHO shoots at me with HE, does a little bit of damage, 200 I think. So I shoot him and finish him off. So I just fought off, what is that? Me and the T-34 fought off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks. And then the 5120 got away. So I'm still pretty much on my own on this side of the map against 2 tanks. Both of them not a huge threat. Not exactly sure where that AT-15 pen, but he did, so I gotta deal with it. I probably just over-angled my hull a little bit. This is the part where I got a little bit worried, because if that 5120 reloaded and came back, I would be in serious trouble if I missed. And with a gun as inaccurate as the E100's gun, which is 0.4 accuracy, it is a real threat that you gotta keep in mind. So I'm just waiting for the AT-15 to pop out, but he doesn't. So I move forward. 5120 just got spotted there, so I can move in fearlessly now. And my top gun is on the line, so I just want to quickly secure that medal. But more importantly, I want to secure the damage, because damage is more important than kills, for me at least. I'm not a huge kill farmer, I guess. But yeah. So that was 7k damage. I think it was like 6.9 or something, but I'm just gonna round it up to 7k because it was close enough. Top gun, and I don't think there was a lot of assisted. I think there was like 3 or 4k blocked. I don't know. I don't have the post-game stats up on my other monitor, but I will post the Want Replays link down below so you can see it for yourself. And this was an ace tanker as well. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah.